Today are we going to talk about our PIA. It's about endangered species, specifically of the Atlantic bluefin tuna. My team is conformed by Joana Quesada and myself, Guillermo Vargas. I will start by mentioning information of this animal. Its common name is Atlantic bluefin tuna. Its scientific name is Tuna stynus. It's carnivore, have average lifespan in the wild of 15 years. Its size is 6.5 feet and its weight is 550 pounds. Regarding their characteristics, their flesh is pink, sometimes acquiring an intense red tone. They regulate their temperature between 18 and 25 degrees Celsius. Their reproductive stage lasts around 50 days and they lay about 45 million eggs. A curious data, the Atlantic bluefin tuna is one of the largest, fastest, and most pretty colored of all the world's fishes. Its diet can include smaller fish, crustaceans, squid and eels. They feel better in the cold waters of Newfoundland and Iceland, as well as the tropical waters of Gulf of Mexico and the Mediterranean Sea. They are prized among sport fishers for their fight and speed. Now I will mention some facts of this animal. Their torpedo-shaped, streamlined bodies are built for speed and endurance. Some experts think the finelets of their tails may serve to reduce water turbulence. Japan is the main destination for bluefin tuna in the Mediterranean. Their coloring helps camouflage them from above and below. Their reproductive cycle occurs in the month of June, where it goes from the Atlantic to the Mediterranean Sea to spawn to later return. Why is it considered an endangered species? Because it only remains 57% of the species. Since the 90s, the number of bluefin tuna in the European seas has decreased 90% and in the Mediterranean 50%. In 2007, about 60,000 tons of tuna was fished. This quantity is 4 times the amount considered environmentally sustainable. What is the possible causes? All these causes are produced by humans, like overpopulation means a big amount of people needs a big amount of food. In second place is the consumerism, marketing making you believe you need to try that high-end sushi, and finally is the overfishing. Commercial fishing and illegal fishing increased due to concerns.
Okay, now causes produced by nature. Food webs and food change. Other animals also grow population and need more food. Therefore, there are more hunters and this species is more consumed by predators. Lack of reproduction. The index of reproduction of the species has decreased 50%. This is because there are very few specimens of this species, so it is not possible for them to reproduce to a greater extent. What is being done? Well, in the World Wildlife WWL, taking Atlantic bluefin tuna to learn more. This so that the population and the world learn about the life of the species of tuna. And in the International Commission for the Conservation of Atlantic Tunas, ICCAT, this is responsible for managing the stock of bluefin tuna. This organization, as we can see, carries out the necessary action for the conservation and protection of this species, which is of the utmost importance. The NOAA Fisheries Individual bluefin quota program allows the fishermen to fish valuable fish and at the same time protect the bluefin tuna. Rule 3 fishing areas is coast of New Jersey, Cape Hatteras Gear, and the Gulf of Mexico, constantly improving their requirements. This program is basically responsible for regulating the fishing of the species of tuna. The consequence of the extinction. Well, we have two, the ecological impact and the economic impact. In the ecological, it will be possible to maintain the natural balance of the ocean, because if one species were to become extinct within an habitat, it will take the food and sustenance of another, thus breaking the food chain and causing an ecological imbalance. And the economic impact, a huge decrease of fishing incomes, because the livelihood of many of these fishermen is fishing for this type of species. It will leave many people without jobs and families without the necessary livelihood in their homes. And finally, how can we aware people about this situation? Well, first, we can posting on social media about the importance of these marine species and how we can attribute it. Organizing awareness campaigns towards this type of tuna, and proposing food options to replace bluefin tuna in our diets. This attribute to the conservation and protection of this species. And that's it. Thank you so much for your attention.